who are the defending champions, drawn in late 6, right next to the Germans. And these two countries value this title above all others. It means that much. And it's Giuliano De Stabili, the man in the stroke seat. The Australians, well, they're in lane 2. They finished in bronze medal position in France a year ago. And of course, their objective to produce a gold medal winning team for the Olympics. Then in lane 3, Russia, who made the final last year, but were only 6th. But 7 of that crew are in today's boat. In lane 4, Romania, the silver medalist a year ago behind the United States of America. Then Germany, a disappointing 5th last year, and this is very much a different outfit. Only 3 of last year's crew survive. The United States with 4 of last year's crew in the boat, including Chris Aarons in the stroke seat, facing his coxswain Peter Cipollone to their right.
In Championship 8, the American crew likes to get out fast and ahead, but they've been very, very well drilled this year, and I think they've got a lot of confidence in the way that they can row, and certainly they're not doing what they usually do. They're not going out in front this time. That's the Russians, who are just heading the field in these first few strokes. So it's Russia leading from lane 3.
Yes, but pretty well in a bunch. Just the Australians a wee bit back early on, but otherwise pretty well line across the course. Closest to the United States, 2 from the bottom of the picture, Germany. Then moving up in lane number 4 are the Romanians. Then beyond the Romanians are the Russians, and it's almost 4 in a line as we go through this first quarter. Taking a look at the German boat, moving down the crew, the man in the stroke seat, Mark Weber, and their very experienced coxswain facing him there, Peter Tide, who knows all about H racing.
Indeed. In fact, Mark Weber and the man sitting behind him there, Stefan Forster, were the stern pair of the victorious Cambridge crew earlier on in the boat race this year. They've got a wonderful way of setting a rhythm. But here, so too has this American stroke. This man, Chris Aarons, is really considered to be a class act. And he's sitting there in the stroke seat doing a terrific job. The crew has really settled down. They haven't gone for that fast early lead, but they are rowing very, very well indeed on this lane 6. And they and Germany are sitting back just behind the leading pack in the middle there. Russia still leading the field.
Yes, coming through 600 meters now, and it's the Russians in picture. Going underneath this motorway bridge, Sergei Matveyev, the man who's in the stroke seat, setting the rhythm, and behind him, picking it up, Dmitry Kovalev.
The United States is beginning to move now. They, I reckon, are beginning to look at the middle 1,000 as their big push, because they really are moving through the field now. They've moved up to first place in really about 200 meters. They made a big push there, and here they are now out in front and moving very sweetly indeed. Germany just inside them, their biggest rivals probably. Germany just sitting about a third of a length down, maybe half a length down, and Russia still now in second place. Russia and Romania heading Germany.
Getting very close to the half distance now, and still the United States in the lead at the moment. I'd say just about ahead of the Romanians there. Yes, indeed, Russia and Germany close up as we go into the second half of the race. And I can tell you, 1:24.13 for that second 500 from the Americans. That's the sort of pace they've put into the race. And Chris Aarons, the man in the stroke seat, as you said, very experienced, although he's only 22, the Princeton man, but he was in the winning 8 in 95. He was in last year's winning 8 as well.
There at 3, Porter Collins, who was in the Olympic 8 that came 5th in Atlanta. He's back in the boat. He wasn't in it last year, but he's back on form there, sitting at 3 and enjoying this no end, because they've got half a length on the field. Germany beginning to creep back now on Romania. Romania and Russia neck and neck. Germany just beginning to edge up there with them, but the United States out in front, and their boat travelling very nicely between the strokes.
So the United States have the lead from Germany, 2 from the bottom of your picture, then the Romanians, but the Russians are still not done with. They're very, very much in this race, and it's those 4 crews now fighting for just 3 medals. The Americans have set out their stall, they're going for home. Now they have to maintain this lead, and they've got to carry this all the way to the line now, Dan.
Well, they're doing well. I like the way they've sat back in the pack initially for the first 500, then really turned it on, have done a fantastic middle 1,000, and they've just split the field here. But the 3 crews racing for the silver medal are really neck and neck.
And look at the effort that's going in here on this American crew. They seriously, really want to hold on to this title that they value above all others. The Germans now getting the better of the argument with the Romanians. The Russians still there in contention. The Americans, though, just out of a picture to the right, and now you can see the Germans are beginning to breathe on the Americans a little bit. The Russians on the far side, just at the moment, I'd say, getting the best of the Romanians. So what a final we've got here. We're coming deep into the last quarter now, and America still have the advantage, but Germany are creeping ever closer. The Russians are there, and the Romanians.
Fantastic show there from the Americans. Such a difficult thing to do, to try and repeat their victory of last year in the 8s. Such a difficult thing to do. And can they hold on now? Can they hold on as everybody starts to come for them?
Indeed, the stands are now full of people who are on their feet. The German fans there are trying to lift their crew. The Germans are indeed getting closer and closer to the Americans. The Americans still have the advantage on the far side. Russia fighting it out with Romania now for the bronze medal. 2 battles going on. The Americans pushing for the line. They get there. Germany a silver, and Romania, I think, just have outgunned Russia for the bronze medal. A photo finish indeed, but I think we can say, Dan, that the champions of 97 are still the champions in 1998.
And what a great job Mike Tatey has done to bring a second successive victory in the men's 8s. That is a great performance from this crew to defend their title like that. Look at that, about a quarter of a length from Germany. What a comeback for Germany from 5th last year, and so little in it between Russia and Romania, but Romania just, I think, sneaking it.
So a 3rd title for the United States in the 90s. A fantastic effort, and they now will take the title to North America, to Canada next year. Well, they'll be hoping to make it 3 in a row.